like the same price like in June 22.
Doesn't move.
It's like literally 15 months of zero price
Like
action.
that meme, just poke it, do something.
Like zero.
Ready?
Okay, let me quickly have a look at the questions, but yeah, I'm ready anyways. This is you. Okay, let's go.
Right forward.
Yeah, I can keep it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, we're back with another video. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, MMCrypto. We're in his beautiful suite here in Korea. We have some shocking news to deliver to you guys today. But first, I want to interview him, get his opinion on some of the most important things our industry is facing. Chris, thanks for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me. Beautiful Korea. Look at this background. Very excited to be here. Very excited to talk to you guys on this beautiful channel. I think you do great research, great content, really some valuable alpha every now and then, definitely undervalued. So everyone who's watching this can be very, very happy because not as many people are watching it as they will in the future and as you deserve to be watched.
Thanks.
Anyways, happy to be here.
Thanks, Ben. So really appreciate that. And yeah, if you guys are not subscribed, welcome. My name is Kyle. I've been in here for 11 years in this space and trying to bring the best alpha to you guys for free. So if you appreciate that, give this video a like. Let's get into it. Chris, like, what's going on in the market, man? It's been moving sideways. And it feels like Bitcoin is doing nothing.
Just before we started recording, I said, like, what the heck is going on, man? Bitcoin is literally doing nothing. We are now at the same price we've been in June 2022. This is the longest bear market in the history of Bitcoin if you measure the year-on-year price progression in percentage terms. And we just got out of the red. I mean, this is crazy. But then if you take another viewpoint on it, we are still like 100% above the bear market low. So yeah. I would not actually call this a bear market anymore. I would call this, if anything, a transitionary period, if not already the bull market. And this is where it gets interesting because so many people still think we are in a bear market. We will go lower. Maybe I wait a little bit to buy. I think the biggest loss of most of the people is going to be created in opportunity cost. I think now is the time to be in Bitcoin. The last year was the time to scale up. You still have a chance right now, but if you wait any longer, I think it's going to be too late and you're going to be sitting on the sidelines when the big moonshot comes. We will talk a little bit about the market outlook, some price predictions a little bit later in the video, but that's my overall stance.
Yeah. Yesterday, Chris and I were going to the conference and we talked about CBDCs and also like citizen IDs and how this is kind of, in my opinion, dystopian. What is your thought on CBDCs?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys watching, because you have a very smart audience, you already know, but CBDCs are not really crypto as we know it. The only thing you can take one similarity is it's on a blockchain. It's on a permission blockchain. So they can decide, okay, I'm gonna freeze your money. I'm gonna hinder you from sending money from A to B. They can confiscate your money. They have full information over you. You basically lose your whole privacy. And it's like so different to Bitcoin. Also, that Bitcoin is limited. They can just decide, okay, we need a little bit inflation because Keynesian economics is not going to stop with CBDC. Okay, we need inflation. We need to prop up the supply of currency. Okay, they press a button and they can easily do that. It's basically the same we have right now, with the only difference that you have less privacy and the other difference that there's just not going to be any cash anymore accepted anywhere. So I think it has only downside, it's only bad, and your only opportunity, because cash is probably not going to be existent anymore, to escape that system is going to be Bitcoin and crypto.
Yeah, that's a good one. So what hurdles are we still facing before we see mass adoption in the crypto space?
I mean, it always takes a little bit longer than we expect. I'm pretty sure when the internet came around somewhere like ages ago, everyone thought, okay, like, wow, this is gonna take over. We remember the .com bubble. It always takes a little bit longer to get the necessary applications on top of a new technology, which gets adopted to a degree that we can say it is mainstream. And the same thing goes for Bitcoin, the same thing goes for crypto. I would I would have laughed if you asked me like 6-7 years ago when I started that we would be already there, but let's face the truth, it takes longer, and it's probably gonna take another 10 years or something until we can say, okay, grandma can use it without really knowing that she's transacting on the blockchain. So I think the biggest hurdle is just time, and everything else is gonna be figured out by the open market, by the free market, by individuals who are rent seeking, who wanna gain value, who wanna create value, and who will make the necessary products which we are searching for. And that's the beautiful thing about a free market and capitalism.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm really curious to know your opinion on is I think that most people right now, they're just waiting for a Bitcoin ETF to be approved. This is something that it seems like the whole market is just frozen until we see institutions coming in. It seems like either retail doesn't have any more money or people, it literally feels to me right now like the majority of the people on the entire planet feel like Bitcoin is only going to succeed if this BlackRock or ETF gets approved. What do you think about that? And do you think that if, for whatever reason, the odds seem small right now, but if the ETF is not approved, are we still going to see another bull run?
100%. I mean, with institutions, I don't really care. The market is going to decide. If Bitcoin is so valuable, of course the smart guys, BlackRock, etc., they're not going to be standing on the sidelines. And if the regulations are not going to be in par with what their plans are, which they will be, we're talking about BlackRock. I think there are just 2 countries in the world who have a bigger GDP than they have a market cap.
Yeah.
They can do, and they can get whatever regulations they want. They can do. It's going to happen anyways. But with that put aside, the market is going to fix it anyways. Everyone is going to get into crypto if they want to, if Bitcoin is valuable enough. I'm just leaning back and letting the market do what it wants to do. So I don't think this is of any concern, but I also don't think we need any institutions. We are going to get them, but we don't need them. Because Bitcoin has value because of the currency system as we know it.
Yeah.
We know that the US dollar and all currencies, they are getting inflated, propped up, and losing value ever since they were created. Ever since we have fiat currency, the value goes away. And I mean, simply because of that, that is a hidden force behind Bitcoin, we are getting value. And even if no institutions get involved, people will go into crypto because they just don't have another chance. If they want a money which is non-confiscatable, which they can send from Africa to Asia, from Asia to Africa, from Europe to Africa, they need Bitcoin. If they need something which doesn't lose value, then like the Turkish lira or the Argentinian peso or whatever Zimbabwe dollar, then they need Bitcoin, then they need crypto. And that alone will drive actually value into crypto, into Bitcoin, because as we know, there is a high correlation between the inflation of a country and the adoption rate of Bitcoin. In Turkey right now, you have more than half of the population in crypto. This is mainstream. You already have mainstream in Turkey, right? Almost everyone has a Binance account. It's crazy. And that was what I was talking about earlier. We'll just lean back and let it happen. You know already it is going to happen. That is something I know for a certainty, and it's because of fiat currency. That is the value behind Bitcoin.
All right, guys, we promised you some alpha and some TA. Now, you guys know on my channel, I'm not a TA expert, but when I have a chance to sit down with someone who is, we like to show you some stuff. So, Chris, I think that you have a chart that you want to show them, and this is what we promised you guys in the very beginning, something to check out here. So let's have Chris show us a chart and break it down for you guys.
Yeah, I want to take it very easy because I know also most of the viewers, maybe some of you are interested in it, some of you are not. But in the end of the day, it's always important to take the charts to a certain degree into consideration. There is an old saying, which is, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. And I really believe in that because suddenly, when Bitcoin is very close to resistance, you can see that, wow, to resistance, so like just before a breakout and it's time about to break out, wow, suddenly positive news are coiling in. And when we are close to support, wow, suddenly bad news are coiling in. So you can kind of predict the news, I would almost say, by looking at the charts. And I have a chart, I want to keep it very, very easy. I want to keep that video also short, but this chart is showing Bitcoin on the monthly candle. So every single candlestick represents 1 month. And the chart I'm going to show you is showing you basically the entire history of Bitcoin. Just look at it, make a screenshot or something. And I want to talk just quickly about it to show you exactly where we are in the market and what I personally think where we are going to go in the immediate future, more or less, but more midterm and also going towards the halving 2024. So I'm going to show you this chart here. The vertical lines are the halvings, and you can see these long white lines. That is support and resistance, which Bitcoin was actually holding throughout the last whole 13, 14 years since Bitcoin was actually starting, right? And as you can see, history doesn't repeat, but it really, really rhymes. And you probably heard that as well already. Every single time in every bull market, you see we are hitting this resistance on the top, we are hitting the support on the bottom of the bear market. Every single time, I will show you again, we have this downward sloping resistance, this white line holding the Bitcoin price down in every single bear market. Every time Bitcoin breaks it, we are getting towards the resistance, which is this yellow, let me show you, it's horizontal resistance. It's a yellow square, these yellow squares in every single bear market. We have them every time. And right now, Bitcoin is facing this resistance. I said from the very beginning, the moment we broke this downward sloping resistance, I said we are going to retest the horizontal resistance. And I also said, and unfortunately it is the case, that we can't expect the Bitcoin price to break this horizontal resistance, the yellow boxes, within a week or something. It was just way too strong support for 1.5 years, so we can't expect to break it immediately. But here's the point. Every time Bitcoin breaks it before the halving, and I truly believe we are going to break it before the halving as well. Everyone who is waiting for the halving is probably going to be late to the show. And this is the most important thing. Once this resistance is broken, and you can really name me on that, whether it's broken this week or in 10 weeks, I don't know. But once it's broken, it's somewhere around 32,000 US dollars. I think with a high degree of certainty, we are going to hit 40,000, 44,000 in almost no time. So I could believe in the early part of the next year, somewhere around the halving, we could reach already price levels from above 40,000, 44,000, 45,000. And of course, towards the bull market, much higher price levels, knocking out 69,000 as if there's no tomorrow, and of course going higher than 100,000. That is my personal prediction for the next up and coming bull market. And I don't even want to get started with what altcoins are doing once Bitcoin breaks the previous all-time high. Yes, exactly.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. Guys, let us know in the comments below if you haven't seen about, what was that, like 2 years ago, the most viewed video on my entire channel was the tour that we did of Chris's house in Dubai. Right now, we are in this insane ambassador penthouse here in Korea. And let us know if you want a tour of that. It's pretty absolutely insane.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And please, give this guy, if you haven't already, a subscribe. Subscribe and press this bell icon because the alpha is really awesome.
And if you guys thought this was impressive, if you're not already, most of you probably are subscribed to Chris's channel, but go check it out. MMCrypto, always bringing amazing content. And there's nobody else that I think understands the charts and Bitcoin price better than Chris. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Nice, man.
Very good. Yeah, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Good.